Okay, so here is our network project activities and immediate predecessors. So now we're going to develop a AON network, activity on node network. Okay. All networks must have a node that represents the beginning of the beginning of the project. Okay, so I'm going to use like that, and we'll say start. So that box represents start of an activity. Yeah. Now I'm going to set up okay, instead of so nodes are normally in a project network when you draw it with hand, you would draw nodes as circles, but I'm going to use a box because we are using Excel for developing the network. So here let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna leave one column blank, and then I'm going to use two columns and 5 rows. Okay. Okay. We'll ultimately, when you're done with project scheduling, we'll be using all of these cells. But for now, we will use. Okay, let's. So we'll be using these 4 cells for uh, schedules, early schedule, late schedule. So let's use the merge and center and use the first row for activity name. So we'll call it A, first activity. And then again merge and center, and we will enter the name of the activity, the description of the activity, build components. Okay, and then the third row we'll use that third row for activity time, and we don't have activity time yet, so okay, let's use that. Okay, so we will be filling these cells up as we go along. So this is our basic structure. Okay, and since A and B, they both have no predecessors, so A and B can begin at the very beginning. So I'm going to copy paste it like that. Okay, so this is B. Okay, and B is modify roof and floor. So I will copy paste the contents in this way, so it won't get mess up. It won't mess up my formatting. Okay, so now we need to connect these two to the starting block, and I'm going to use that line with an arrowhead. Okay, so alright, so I'll change the color to black, and then I'll copy that with Control C and then paste it. Now I'll adjust like that. Okay, so A and B are done. Now C comes after A, so I'm going to copy that. Okay, so like there. So that would be C, and C is construct collection stack. So I'll copy that here. So go into the edit mode and then copy, so that way my formatting will not get messed up. Okay, and then I'll copy that arrow and connect it here. Okay, so that is C. Then D comes after B. So again, copy that. So that would be D. And that is pour concrete. Okay, so now I'll copy that arrow and move it down here. Okay, so C and D are done. Now E comes after C and F comes after C as well. So I'm going to add a row here. Okay. So now let's copy that over there. Okay, so that would be E, and E is okay, and then copy that over there, and that will be F, and F is install pollution control system. Okay, so now we need to connect these two with arrows, so I'll copy that arrow and paste it here, and then paste another arrow, and I'll put it like that. So E comes after C, F comes after C, and G comes after D and E. So after D and E, we get G. So let's copy paste that here. Okay, so now that's going to be G. Okay, so G is install air pollution device. Okay, so we need one more arrow here. Okay, I'm going to copy paste it like that. That end and that end like that. Okay, so now G comes after D and E. So two arrows coming into G, D and E. And then H is after F and G. So after F and G, we have H. So let's copy paste that over here. Okay, so that will be H. And the description is inspect and test. Okay, and let's just have inspect and test, so that way the description will fit. All right, so now we need to connect with arrows. So that would be G and H. I mean G and F. F and G both are predecessors for H. And then finally, we have to have a node that represents the end of the project. Okay, so like start here at the very beginning. So we have end. Okay, let's put a box around it, and then we'll call this finish. Okay, center it. Now we need an arrow like that arrow going from H to finish. Okay, it's possible that some projects may have more than one activity at the end, like we have two activities at the beginning, so two arrows going from start into each of those two activities. Similarly, if you have more than one activity at the end, so you'll have one arrow will come from each of the last activities into the finish node. Okay, so we have now a network. So I'm zooming out so we can see the entire network. So now we can group all of these. Okay, so here is our entire network of this project.